Good evening, Husky fans. We are here in Colton at Tri-Valley High School as the Huskies take on the Mustangs. A little pregame info for you. Kendall's not here today, unfortunately. Huskies will be taking on they'll be in two separate locations this Saturday. The boys will be in Madison and the girls will be in Yankton. And then we will have some more basketball action for you, brought to you by Kendall and I, as the teams take on Lennox at home on Tuesday the 30th. We're going to take a quick break here and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back after these messages. And we are back. Get things going here as they get ready to do lineups and figure out our starters and do the anthem. I believe the flag is on the wall that is hidden from my view, so we're going to leave it on the players. For your starting lineups, Huskies at point guard, a 5'3" junior, Caitlin Van Rokel. And at guard, a 5'5" sophomore, Sarah Schmitz. 5'11" junior, Bentley Kohlbaum. 14. Number 32, Courtney Brewer. And number 4, a junior, Ashley Brewer. Coaches are Jeff Newhart, assisted by Matt Hamm, and Sam Hauska. All right, and then on to your Tri-Valley. Number 3, Elizabeth Davy. Number 4, Maddie Hugh. Number 10, Hillary Hastings. Number 14, Lauren Grindy. And number 12, Maddie Wenzel. Coaches for the Mustangs are Dan Jewett, assisted by Justin Niehart and Sam Williams. We'll get going here as Tri-Valley and EPJ tip off. All right, and here we go. Bentley Kohlbaum on the tip over to Sarah Schmitz. Schmitz tosses it in back to Bentley. Bentley shoots for 2. It's going to be rebounded there by Grindy. Grindy with the ball now, tosses it off to Hugh. Hugh passes back to Grindy. Tosses it across to Hugh and out to number 12, Wenzel. Wenzel back to Hugh, over to number 3, Davy for 3. Ashley and Sarah bring it up the court, toss it over to Courtney. Brewer to Van Rokel. Off to Schmitz. Schmitz rounds round and over to Brewer into Van Rokel. Back to Schmitz, drives in, tosses it out to Van Rokel. Van Rokel looking for a pass. Drives on in and tosses it up for 2, and that's going to bounce off the rim. No good. Rebounded there by Davy. Oh, and then back, intercepted by Schmitz. Shot is bounced off the rim, and that's going to be rebounded there by Davy again. Wenzel tripped up there with the ball. Got a kind of an odd angle again, folks. My apologies. All right, Wenzel's going to toss it in for Tri-Valley, out to Grindy. Grindy guarded there by Schmitz, tosses it back to Wenzel. Into Davy, off to Wendell. Grindy. Grindy drives in, tripped up there by Schmitz and Van Rokel. Foul is called. As she runs through there. Wenzel, the inbound for Tri-Valley. Over to Hugh. Hugh drives in, tosses it out to Davy, who throws it to Grindy for 3. Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Passes it in to Schmitz, who brings up the court, drives in, top of the key, tosses it out to Van Rokel, who sneaks in, tosses it back out to Brewer for 3. That's going to bounce off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Ashley Brewer, intercepted there on the pass. Over to Davy, tosses it up to Wendell, drives down the court for 2. That's going to be a timeout called by EPJ. We'll take one along with them. You're watching Huskies basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
And we are back. Tri-Valley leading 8-0 in this varsity girls basketball matchup. Courtney Brewer getting lined up to inbound for EPJ. Getting situated as things get set up on the shot clock. Sarah Schmitz brings the ball up the court. Schmitz to Van Rokel, almost knocked loose there and recovered. Van Rokel off to Ashley Brewer. into Sarah Schmitz. Schmitz to Brewer. Brewer to Brewer. Brewer drives in. Courtney bounce passes it out to Schmitz, who goes for the long 2, and that's going to be good. Davey with the ball now. Long pass across the court to Hugh. Hugh to Wendell. And Wendell's going to toss it long to Grindy, and that's Wenzel, sorry. And that's going to go out of bounds on the Mustangs. Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Sarah Schmitz brings it up the court. Schmitz to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum to Brewer. Over to Van Rokel. Van Rokel to Brewer. Brewer to Schmitz. Off to Brewer, over to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum across to Van Rokel, sneaks in the hole there, and then out to Brewer, off to Schmitz. Schmitz to Brewer. Brewer to Kohlbaum under the basket. It's going to be, that shot's no good, and that's going to be a foul on Tri-Valley. Kohlbaum will go to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and good. Second shot is up and off the back of the rim. It's going to be rebounded there by Davey. Davey with the ball, tosses it over to Hugh. Back to Davey. Davey across to Wenzel. Wenzel to Grindy, who's intercepted by Schmitz, who drives in for 2. Grindy to inbound for Tri-Valley, tosses it long to Wenzel. Wenzel to Davey. Davey to Grindy. Grindy over to Hugh for 3, and that's going to bounce off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Courtney Brewer. Passed off to Schmitz to Van Rokel for 3. Tied up things here. Davey inbounds for Tri-Valley, passes it to Grindy. Grindy with the handoff to Wenzel. Wenzel across the court to Davey. Out to Grindy. Grindy goes up for 2. Schmitz brings the ball up, gets things set and situated. Brewer across the court to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum dives to recover the loose ball. Jump ball called. It's going to be some subs coming in here. Hannah Neerman checking in for Courtney Brewer. And we have some new players on the court. Number 15, Sorensen, and 32, Emery Pearson. Grindy with the ball now. Grindy out to Sorensen. Sorensen drives in, tosses it off to Hugh. Grindy with the ball now, off to Sorensen. Sorensen looking for a play and a pass. 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Out to Wenzel. Wenzel passes over to Hugh. Hugh to Grindy. Grindy drives in. Out to Sorensen for 3. And that's going to be good as well. Ashley Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Passes it into Schmitz. Schmitz to Neerman. Neerman to Van Rokel. Van Rokel with the ball now. Van Rokel to Neerman. Out long to Schmitz. Bounce pass is intercepted by Grindy and then knocked out of bounds and then recovered by Van Rokel. Caitlin Van Rokel goes to the shot, gets fouled. Goes to the line for 2. First shot is up and good. Kohlbaum coming out and Grace Peed checking in for EPJ. Van Rokel's second shot is up and good. Sorensen inbound for the Mustangs. Tosses it into Grindy. Grindy heads down the court. Tosses it to Sorensen. Back to Grindy. Grindy to Sorensen, who shoots for the long 2. It's going to out in and out there. Rebounded by Schmitz passes long to Van Rokel, tosses it out to Pede for 2, and it's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Grindy. Grindy tosses it long out to Wenzel. 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in this first quarter matchup. So he tosses out of bounds there. It's going to be Ashley Brewer's ball. Everybody heads down to the Mustangs, or the EPJ net. And gets set up. Schmitz to Brewer, Brewer to Neerman. Neerman out to Van Rokel. Van Rokel to Schmitz for 2, and that rolls in and good. EPJ creeping up on the Mustangs here. Grindy with the ball now. Got some subs looking to check in soon. Sorensen with the ball, out to Grindy, almost knocked loose. As we go to the bounce pass, Caitlin Van Rokel intercepts and drives it up for 2 and is good. Huskies take the lead as Grindy brings the ball up for Tri-Valley. Grindy out to Hugh to Sorensen, who goes for 3, and it's going to be off the rim, no good. Wenzel on the rebound, and Grindy on the shot, it's going to be no good, rebounded by Pede. Pede tosses it over to Sarah Schmitz, who drives it in hard. They call a foul there on Grindy. Tri-Valley fans are not happy. Coach has got some words. Got Kohlbaum checking in and Brewer as well. Ashley Brewer and Sarah Schmitz checking out. Wenzel and Grindy checking out as well. Some more new players on the court here. Number 10. Oh, no, Hastings. Brewer to Van Rokel. Van Rokel to Neerman. Neerman drives in. Passes it across the court to Brewer. Brewer to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum sneaks in. Out to Pede. Pede across. And that's going to roll out of bounds there. Tipped by number 3, Elizabeth Davey. EPJ ball on the sidelines. Brewer to inbound. Over to Van Rokel. Van Rokel with the long pass to Neerman. Neerman to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum tripped up there. And Brewer over to Van Rokel. Van Rokel goes up for 2 and is good. 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Hugh with the ball, long pass over to Hastings. Hastings goes for 3, rolls off the rim, rebounded there by Brewer. Brewer to Van Rokel, it's knocked loose by Davey. It's going to be out of bounds. Huskies ball under their net. Brewer to inbound. And then Neerman checks out as Sarah Schmitz checks back in. She's going to inbound for EPJ. Schmitz, the long pass to Pede. Pede on the bounce to Van Rokel for 2. Sorensen to inbound for Tri-Valley. Huskies applying pressure. That was Pearson on the shot, bounced the backboard and rebounded by Pede. That'll do it here for the first quarter. Huskies lead 18-13. Tri-Valley EPJ with 4 timeouts remaining. Tri-Valley with 5. And we'll be right back after these messages for your second quarter of girls basketball action.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
Like set it up in the stands that had like welded legs and everything. It was pretty shaky. And we are back. Shout out here to the Tri-Valley Athletic Director. Appreciate getting this stuff set up here. It's always nice when schools are able to accommodate the live streaming equipment. Sometimes we have tables, sometimes we don't. And I just appreciate being able to come to all these schools and film these games. We're back here in the second quarter, and Van Rokel is on the ball, over to Neerman, off to Brewer. Brewer back to Neerman. Neerman passes along to Brewer. Brewer to Brewer, over to Neerman, across the court to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum takes the shot inside and over to Neerman, off to Kohlbaum, rolls it in for two. Grindy to inbound for the Mustangs. Grindy tosses it over to Davy. Davy to Hastings. Hastings passes and it's tipped out of bounds by Neerman on the attempted interception. Schmitz checking in for Neerman. Davy inbounds for the Mustangs. Davy to Grindy, Grindy to Davy. Davy tosses it over to Hastings, back to Grindy, long pass over to Grindy. Grindy to Wenzel, who knocks it loose, and Coach Newhart decides he wants to join the game. Wenzel tosses long to Davy, Davy over to Grindy. 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock, over to Davy for three. Schmitz brings it up the court for the Huskies, off to Courtney Brewer. Schmitz to Kohlbaum, intercepted there by number 50, Abigail Wagner, who passes it over to Hastings. Hastings to Grindy, over to Davy. Davy for three, it's gonna go long. Hastings on the shot for three, and that's gonna bounce off. That was rebounded there by number 12, Wenzel. Brewer to Brewer for three, and that's gonna go off the board, no good. Schmitz on her own rebound. Tosses up, no good, and then it's going to go to Davy. Davy tosses it long to Wenzel. A lot of back and forth action here this evening. That's going to be intercepted there by Van Rokel. Tipped off to Schmitz, who goes for the shot. It's going to be called a travel, I believe. I missed what the ref had to say. I was trying to mess with the camera. My apologies. All I know is it is Mustangs ball on the end of the court there. Grindy to inbound. Passes it to Davy, back to Grindy, brings it up the court. Grindy to Hastings. Hastings looking to make a pass. Long pass over to Davy. Davy to Wagner. Wagner out to Hastings for three. That's going to be good as well. 1 point spread here in this second quarter. Schmitz with the ball, tosses it out to Brewer. Brewer to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum looking for a play. Kohlbaum goes up on the shot. Will be no good. Grindy inbounds to Davy. Davy to Grindy. She brings it up the court for Tri-Valley. Grindy goes up for two, rebounded there by Brewer. Brewer to Schmitz. Schmitz to Neerman. Neerman out to Brewer. Brewer to Neerman. Neerman to Brewer. Brewer bounce pass out to sister, Ashley. That's going to be Brewer's going to go to the line. Foul called on number 10 for blocking. Brewer's first shot is up and no good, off the back of the rim there. Van Rokel checking in for Courtney Brewer. Brewer's second shot is up and good. Grindy to inbound for the Mustangs. Out to Davy, back to Grindy. Valley passes it to Davy. Davy drives in, looking for a pass. Cross passes long to Hastings. Hastings to Wenzel. Wenzel to Grindy. Out to Davy. Oh, snatched away there by Neerman. Drives in for 2, and that's going to be no good. But Hannah gets to go to the line for 2. Foul called on number 3, Davy. First shot is up and no good. Grace Peed checking in as Bentley Kohlbaum checks out. Davy and Grindy are also checking out. Sorensen's back in. Second shot is up and no good. Rebounded there by Hastings. Passed off to Hugh. Hugh's the new one who just checked in as well. Hugh to Sorensen. Sorensen out to Hastings. Hastings passes along to Hugh. Out to Wenzel. Wenzel on the toss to Wagner. It's going to be intercepted there by Van Rokel. Van Rokel passes it off. Schmitz with it now. Hook pass over to Van Rokel. Drives in. Tosses it out to Brewer for 3. It's going to be off the back. No good. Rebounded there by Van Rokel. Ball knocked loose. Sorensen on the grab. Tosses it up to Wenzel. Wenzel drives it up the court. Wenzel out to Hastings. Hastings to Sorensen. Passes to Hugh for 3, and it's going to be long. Out of bounds, and that's going to be Tri-Valley's ball. Kohlbaum checking in, as well as Courtney Brewer. Wagner checking out as Pearson checks in. Wenzel with the ball, passes it long to Pearson. That's going to be a blocking called on Peed. Mustangs ball on the end. Wenzel tosses it into Hugh. Hugh drives over, tosses it long to, back to Wenzel, cross to Hugh. Hugh to Sorensen. Sorensen to Hugh. Passes long to Hastings, out to Wenzel for 3. It's going to be long, rebounded by Hugh. Hugh to Wenzel, back to Hugh, over to Hastings. Hastings to Pearson. Pearson to Hugh. Hugh drives in, tosses it out to Hastings. Hugh with the ball now. And stolen away there by Grace Peed. Peed to Schmitz. Schmitz to Van Rokel. Van Rokel tosses it up high to Brewer. Brewer to Van Rokel. Back to Brewer. Out to Schmitz. Schmitz with the fancy footwork. She is guarded there by number 4, Hugh. And that's going to be Pat Brewer on the shot for 3. It's going to be knocked loose by the Mustangs. So Brewer go to the side or the end. Toss in for EPJ. Passes it to Van Rokel. Van Rokel to Peed. Peed looking for a pass out to Van Rokel. Shot clock violation there. And just out of time. Tri-Valley ball. It's going to go out of bounds on EPJ. Grindy checking in for Hastings. Davy checking in for Wenzel. Davy to inbound for the Mustangs. Hugh with the ball over to Sorensen, off to Grindy. Grindy drives in under the net with the backwards hook shot. It's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Pearson. Pearson on the pass, tosses it to Brewer. Brewer drives down the court. Over to Van Rokel. Van Rokel with the ball, looking to make a pass. Brewer with the ball now. Brewer to Pede. Pede takes it up for 2, and that's going to be good. 25-19 here in the second quarter, 1:05 remaining. Rebound goes to Pede. Off to Schmitz. Brewer to Schmitz. Out to Van Rokel, Kohlbaum knocked loose by Pearson. And up to Davey with the ball. Drives it up the court. Out to Sorensen. Sorensen back to Davey for 3. It's going to be off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Pearson. Pearson guarded by Kohlbaum and Pede. Out to Davey. Back to Hugh. Out to Grindy. Grindy back to Davey. Davey hesitated on the 3. Drives in. And that's going to be a blocking called on Brewer, I believe. Subs coming in, Wagner coming out, and Wagner coming in, Pearson coming out. Schmitz checking out as well. Grindy on the ball. Out to Sorensen. Sorensen steps in and out. Over to Davey for 3, and that's going to be good. 11 seconds remaining. Brewer with the ball now. And that's going to be intercepted there by Tri-Valley. Ooh, that would have been cool. It'd be cooler if it was us. Halftime now. Your EPJ Husky girls are leading 25-22. This was the second quarter. My apologies. I got a lot going on here. I didn't change that when we came back from commercial. Heading into the half now. And we want to thank our sponsors for advertising with us. Without you, we couldn't bring these games to our EPJ fans. So for those of you watching at home, this is all made possible by these following sponsors. We'll have a few commercial breaks, and unfortunately I do not have the capability of taking stats, so we're just going to hang out together this evening. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching EPJ Husky basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Insurance in Beersford, Elk Point, and Sioux Falls has been building relationships since 1944. We want to take care of what matters most to you. protecting your family, farm, business, or vehicles. We work with carriers or companies like Auto Owners Insurance to find you the best coverages and help cut your insurance costs. Visit our website for a complete list of insurance coverage options. You can trust that Jensen Insurance cares about you, just like we have for over 75 years. Visit us at jensenagencyonline.com. Jensen Insurance, your local, independent auto owners insurance agency.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. Haul with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
And we are back as the Mustangs and the Huskies break their huddle, headed into the third quarter of the girls' basketball game. It's going to be Mustangs possession on the sidelines. Davey to inbound to Hugh. Hugh passes it out to Wenzel, hands it off to Grindy. Grindy to Hugh. Out to Grindy. Grindy to Wenzel, across the court to Davey, tosses it long to Hugh, into Hastings, and out to Grindy for three. This can be short, no good. Kohlbaum with the save, but tosses it into Grindy, who takes the shot for two. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by EPJ, knocked loose by the Mustangs, intercepted by Hugh. Hugh off to Grindy. Grindy dribbles in, it's going to be no good, and passes it off to Hugh, intercepted there by Van Rokel. Van Rokel goes up for two, and that's just going to be short there. Rebounded by Hugh, brought up the court by the Mustangs. Grindy with the ball now, out to Davey. Wenzel on the rebound, tosses it up, no good. And Tri-Valley on the rebound this evening. Davey with the ball, tosses it out to Hugh. Hugh to Grindy, bounce pass back to Hugh, off to Davey for three. It's going to be off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Van Rokel. Van Rokel drives it up the court. It's going to go up for two and be no good. Whistle, ref blows the whistle. It'll be EPJ's possession. Brewer to inbound for the Huskies. Brewer tosses long to Van Rokel. Van Rokel to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum takes the shot and blocked there by Wenzel. Recovered by Van Rokel. Van Rokel tries to pass it into Brewer. Knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Huskies inbound. Kohlbaum with the ball now. Kohlbaum to Brewer. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Schmitz with the ball now. Schmitz goes for three. It's going to be long. Rebounded there by Wenzel. Wenzel passes off to Davey. Davey back to Hugh. Hugh to Davey. Over to Grindy. Back to Davey. Davey to Grindy. Out to Hugh for the long three. Davey with the three. Ties things up here, 25 all. Brewer to inbound to Schmitz. Schmitz to Van Rokel. Van Rokel to Schmitz. Ball knocked loose, recovered by Davey. Davey drives it up the court as the Huskies get set up under their net. Long pass out to Hugh. Hugh on the three. It's going to be a roll out. No good. Rebounded by Sarah Schmitz. Schmitz passes along to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum goes up for two, and a foul is called. Huskies maintain their lead, 27-25, as Kohlbaum goes to the line to shoot. For one shot. One shot. Kohlbaum's shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Grindy, knocked loose and tossed up by Schmitz, who's fouled on the shot. Schmitz goes to the line to shoot. Two. Schmitz's first shot. It's up, rolls out of the basket, no good. Schmitz's second shot is up and rolls in. Grindy to inbound for the Mustangs. Grindy to Davy, back to Grindy. Hugh with the ball, out to Wenzel. Wenzel hands it off to Grindy. Grindy tries to drive in, blocked there by Huskies. Davy on three, gonna be long, rebounded by Schmitz. Schmitz drives it down the court, passes it out to Brewer for three. It's gonna be no good. Brewer with the ball now. Across the court to Schmitz, it's gonna be long. Davy to inbound for the Mustangs. Passes it into Hugh. Davy with the ball, tosses it into Pearson. Pearson recovers out to Sorensen. Sorensen takes the long two, and it's going to be good. Schmitz with the ball, brings it down. Schmitz to Van Rokel. Van Rokel out to Brewer. Brewer goes to the line. First shot is up and good. Brewer's second shot is up and good. Sorensen to inbound for the Mustangs. Davy with the ball, across the court to Hugh. Back to Davy. Davy looking for a pass, back to Hugh. Hugh sends it into Pearson, back to Hugh for three. Ties things back up again, 30-30. In this third quarter matchup. Schmitz to Van Rokel. Van Rokel to Neerman. Neerman to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum goes up for two. Oh, and it's going to spin on the rim there. She tries to get her own rebound, and it's going to be bounced out and rolled out to Van Rokel for two. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Kohlbaum. She's a scrapper. That was a heck of a recovery. Timeout called by Tri-Valley. We'll take one along with them. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching EPJ Huskies basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
And we are back. Mustangs ball under the net. Sorensen to inbound for the Mustangs. Tosses it out to Hugh. Hugh to Sorensen. Shoots for three. It's going to be short. Rebounded by Schmitz. Schmitz on the drive. Passes it to Brewer. Brewer tosses it out to Van Rokel for three. It's going to be off the back. No good. And I don't know why the whistle was blown. He blew it when he hit the rim. I'm not quite sure what's going on. This is where Kendall would be here to explain it to me. Sorensen to inbound for Tri-Valley. Tosses it into Hugh. Hugh drives it up. Tosses it out to Sorensen and knocked away there by Sarah Schmitz. Schmitz drives up under the net. That's going to be tripped up. No good. Knocked out of bounds by, I'm guessing, Tri-Valley. Grindy checking in now for Davy. Neerman to inbound for the Huskies. Neerman tosses long to Van Rokel. Van Rokel drives in, looking for a shot. She's going to be knocked, clotheslined there by two Mustangs. Tri-Valley ball under the net. Grindy with the ball. Grindy drives in, tosses it out to Sorensen. Sorensen passes up high and long to Grindy. Grindy looking to make a move. Van Rokel not letting her. Over to Wenzel. Wenzel looking for a pass out to Sorensen. Off to Hugh. Goes up for three. It's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Wenzel. That rolls in, and the ref holds the whistle. So Wenzel's going to go to the line to shoot one. Schmitz and Brewer checking out. Kohlbaum and Peed checking in. Wagner is also checked in at this time. First shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Peed off to Van Rokel. Van Rokel with the ball, a minute 50 remaining. Peed has the ball now, takes a shot. It's going to go a little long. Rebounded by Wenzel. Wenzel drives up the court, tosses it to Sorensen. Sorensen out to Hugh. Hugh to Sorensen. Sorensen drives in, top of the key, passes it out to Wenzel for three, and that's going to go long and out of bounds. Good call by Grace Peed there to let it be. Brewer to inbound for the Huskies. Passes it into Van Rokel. Van Rokel looking for a pass out to Neerman. Neerman drives in, top of the key, passes it out to Brewer. Brewer to Van Rokel. Van Rokel drives in for two. That's going to be good. Ties things up again. 2-all. Grindy to inbound for the Mustangs. Passes it into Hugh. Back to Grindy. 50 seconds remaining. Hugh drives in, and she is met by a wall of Huskies. So she's going to go to the line. Hastings checking in. Davy checking back in. Ashley Brewer and Sarah Schmitz checking back in as well. Oh, I thought we were going to the line. Never mind. It's going to be Mustangs possession under the net, and Grindy to inbound. Grindy passes long to Davy. Foul called on Neerman. Tri-Valley's ball on the sidelines there. Davy to inbound for the Mustangs. Bounce pass in to Grindy. Grindy to Davy. Davy takes the long three off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Brewer. Brewer on the bounce pass to Schmitz. Schmitz passes long to Van Rokel. Van Rokel looking for a drive. Kohlbaum on the toss, no good, gets her own rebound and tosses it back up for two to take the lead for EPJ. 34-32 here, 16 seconds remaining. Grindy with the ball. Grindy out to Sorensen. Sorensen to Hastings. Out to Davy. Davy goes long to Grindy up under the net. That's a good big bounce off, no good. Brewer on the attempted rebound. That's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll be back after these messages, and we'll bring you the final period of this basketball matchup. we are back. (34-32) here in favor of EPJ. We'll start here on this fourth quarter. It's going to be Huskies possession on the sideline. Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Brewer to Schmitz. Schmitz out to Van Rokel. Van Rokel passes long to Kohlbaum into Schmitz. Travel called on Schmitz. Will be Mustangs ball in front of the EPJ fans. Davey to inbound to Grindy. Grindy brings it up the court. Grindy to Davey. Davey with the ball, drives in, passes it out to Wagner. Off to Grindy. Grindy into Wagner. Wagner goes up for the shot and is fouled. She goes to the line for 2. Foul is on Ashley Brewer. First shot is up, no good. Second shot up, no good. Rebounded by Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum out to Schmitz. Schmitz drives it up the court. We'll go to Van Rokel. Van Rokel passes it up to Kohlbaum for 3. Going to be off the side there. Bird keeps it in play. Van Rokel grabs it up and drives in for 2. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Wagner. Passes it off to Grindy. Grindy drives in. Passes it out to Davey for 3. It's going to be long and no good. Rebounded by Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum out to Schmitz. Schmitz drives it up the court. Bounce pass out to Brewer. Brewer across to Van Rokel. Van Rokel passes it into Brewer. Goes up for the spin shot. It's going to be fouled. Goes to the line. 2 shots. It's going to be called. That's going to be a foul on number 15. The shot is up and good. Maintains a lead, 35-32. Hastings checking out, Sorensen checking out, Wenzel coming in, as well as Hugh. Ashley's second shot is up and good. Davey tosses the ball into Grindy. Grindy out to Davey. Davey to Wenzel. Wenzel across the court to Grindy. Grindy to Hugh, knocked loose there. Recovered. Davey to Grindy. Hugh to Wenzel, out to Grindy. 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Grindy drives in and it is knocked away by Courtney Brewer. Brewer drives up the court. Backs things off, lets everybody get set up. Cross the court to Ashley. Ashley to Courtney. Courtney out to Sarah. Schmitz with the ball. Schmitz on the pass gets knocked loose there. Ashley Brewer recovers, goes up for a shot, and then gets fouled out. Number 4, Hugh. Brewer goes to the line for 2. 36-32 here in favor of the Huskies. First shot is up and good. Brewer's second shot is up and down. 38-32 here. Wenzel inbounds for the Mustangs. Grindy brings it up the court. Tosses it out to Hugh. Hugh to Wagner. Wagner to Grindy. Grindy goes on the shot. It's going to be knocked loose by Schmitz and recovered. Interception there. Schmitz tosses long to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum to Brewer. Brewer to Brewer. Ashley passes it off to Schmitz. Schmitz to Courtney. Foul Grindy. Huskies ball in front of their bench. Pearson and Sorensen checking in for Wagner and Grindy. Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Passes long to Schmitz. Schmitz to Van Roekel. Van Roekel to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum to Schmitz. Out to Brewer. Brewer across the court to Ashley. Ashley to Schmitz. Schmitz drives in for two. It's going to be long and rebounded by Hugh. Hugh drives it up the court. Out to Davey. Davey on the bounce pass to Sorensen. Sorensen to Wenzel under the net. And Wenzel steps out of bounds. Huskies ball. Tri-Valley coach not happy over here. Neerman to inbound for the Huskies. Neerman to Schmitz. Van Roekel with the ball now. Tosses it out to Neerman. Neerman goes up for three, and it's going to be off the backboard. No good. Wenzel on the rebound. Drives it up the court. Gets tripped up, and it's knocked loose by Neerman. Recovered by Davey. Davey out to Hugh. Across the court to Sorensen, who goes up for three, and it's going to be off the backboard. No good. Rebounded there, and a skirmish on the floor. I'm not quite sure why that wasn't a jump ball, but across the court, EPJ ball, and that is going to go off to Sarah Schmitz. Brings it up the court for EPJ. Schmitz looking to drive in. Rolls into a herd of Mustangs. It's going to be foul called blocking. Goes to the line for two. That foul's going to be on Hugh. Nope, I guess we're not going to the line now. Neerman's going to inbound for the Huskies. Neerman tosses long to Van Roekel. Van Roekel on the ball. Passes it out to Neerman. Timeout called by Coach Newhart. We'll take one along with him, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we are back. Neerman to inbound for the Huskies. Neerman to Schmitz. Schmitz to Neerman. Neerman guarded there by Sorensen. Pass goes awry. It'll be Mustangs ball in front of the EPJ bench. Davey inbounds to Hugh. Hugh brings it up the court. Looking for a pass over to Wenzel. Wenzel to Pearson. Pearson out to Hugh. Off to Sorensen into Davey. Davey drives in, almost snatched away there by Neerman. Wenzel on the ball now. Wenzel across to Sorensen, out to Hugh. Hugh across to Davey. Huskies pushing him away. Out to Hugh for a long three. 35-38 here, Huskies leading. Sarah Schmitz brings the ball up the court, inbounded there by Neerman. Back to Neerman. Neerman across to Van Roekel. Van Roekel drives in, passes it out to Peed. Peed across the court to Neerman. Out to Van Roekel, almost knocked loose there by Hugh. Bounces out to an unguarded Ashley Brewer who dips it in for 2. Hugh off to Davy. Out to Pearson. Pearson passes to Hugh. Back to Pearson. Out to Sorensen. Sorensen to Wenzel. Wenzel tries to make a drive. Out to Pearson. Pearson to made it for 2. Stepped over the 3-point line. That's going to be 2:40-37. Tri-Valley calls a timeout. We'll take one along with them. We'll be right back after these messages.
Insurance in Beersford, Elk Point, and Sioux Falls has been building relationships since 1944. We want to take care of what matters most to you, protecting your family, farm, business, or vehicles. We work with carriers or companies like Auto Owners Insurance to find you the best coverages and help cut your insurance costs. Visit our website for a complete list of insurance coverage options. You can trust that Jensen Insurance cares about you, just like we have for over 75 years. Visit us at jensenagencyonline.com. Jensen Insurance, your local, independent auto owners insurance agency.
And we are back. Players take the court. And it's going to be EPJ ball underneath the end court. Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Brewer to Schmitz, brings it up the court. Schmitz to Brewer. Brewer off to Van Rokel. Van Rokel drives in, bounce pass out to Kohlbaum. Kohlbaum to Brewer. Brewer drives in, bounces back out. Dips back in, bounce pass to Brewer underneath the net. She goes up for 2 and she's going to bounce off the rim there. Wenzel drives it up for the Mustangs. Tosses it out to Sorensen, blocked there by a couple of Huskies. Wenzel to Davy for 3, ties things up here in the fourth quarter, 40-40. Brewer inbounds for EPJ, passes it into Schmitz. Timeout called by EPJ. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching EPJ basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency. And we are back. Huskies still hanging out in the huddle. Mustangs taking the court. It's going to be Huskies ball on the sideline. Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Brewer into Schmitz. Schmitz drives around, loops in, and bounce pass out to Van Rokel. Van Rokel steps in, looking to make a move. Cross long to Ashley Brewer, gets tripped up by a couple Mustangs. Foul called on number 32. Pearson. Brewer goes to the line for 2. Minute 11 left in this matchup. First shot is up and no good. Second shot is up and good. Huskies take the lead with a 1-point spread. Wenzel inbounds for the Mustangs. Toss Passes it into Grindy, and we're going to go straight to a timeout. We'll be right back after these messages.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
Tri-Valley's ball in front of their bench. So Wenzel inbounds to Grindy. Grindy with the ball now. Out to Wagner for a long three, and it's going to be good. 43-41 as Mustangs take the lead. 47 seconds remaining, and Huskies take a timeout. We'll be right back as excitement fills the air here in Tri-Valley.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
Welcome back, Husky fans, here in Tri-Valley as the Mustangs just took the lead right before our commercial break. 46 seconds remaining in this basketball matchup. Brewer to inbound for EPJ. Brewer to Schmitz. Schmitz looking for a hole. Bounce pass out to Van Rokel. Intercepted by Hugh. Tri-Valley ball under their net. Grindy with the ball now. Grindy to Wenzel. Mustangs ball. Wenzel to inbound. Wenzel to Grindy. Jump ball called. Brewer to inbound. 37 seconds remaining. Passes long to Van Rokel. Van Rokel goes up for two and scores to tie things up. Wait, whoa. Timeout called. Not sure what happened. I don't think that shot counted. Full timeout. We'll take one along with him. Be right back.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well-child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
All right, and we are back with a little bit of explanation there. What happened? Ref called a travel right before that shot was taken, so we have no points on the board for that shot. And we're back from the timeout. It's going to be Tri-Valley ball under their net. Only a handful of seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs lead 43-41. Wenzel to inbound for the intercepted by no shot counted. That was intercepted there by Van Rokel. Passed over to another EPJ player. Whistle was blown for the shot, and they're not going to call it. Another timeout called. We're going to stay here with it. Coaches are not happy. And we're back out of the timeout. EPJ ball, 31 seconds remaining. Schmitz inbound for the Huskies. Schmitz passes long to Holbaum, out to Schmitz, who goes up for three, and it is in! Huskies take the lead, 44-43, 23 seconds remaining. Grindy with the ball. Grindy out to, knocked loose there, recovered by the Huskies. Schmitz with the ball, guarded by Grindy. Ref calls foul. Schmitz goes to the line to shoot. Two. First shot is up and it's out. Seconds remaining. Schmitz's second shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Wenzel. Wenzel drives it up the court for the Mustangs. Cross to Davey. Davey into Grindy. Grindy drives in, out to Davey. Goes up for three, and it's going to be long. Rebounded by Kohlbaum, and that'll do it here. Huskies win in a clincher, 44-43 in your fourth quarter. This is your final score, 44-43. We'll take a quick break as the girls leave the court. Boys will come in to warm up, and we will be back with some basketball action here in Tri-Valley. You're watching EPJ Huskies basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency.
Elk Point native Dr. Devin Penfield and the team at the dentist at Elk Point believe that your family deserves the highest level of dental care in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. That's why they're happy to provide the community with a low-stress, comfortable dental home. Patients are loving and having the latest technology in a small-town setting. Dr. Penfield and her team enjoy serving such a wonderful community. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-356-2271.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
today. Insurance in Beersford, Elk Point,
chat has been muted the entire time that we've been in play. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get to know the names here, and I didn't realize it was muted this entire time. My apologies, folks. Must have been irritating. All right, here we are back again. Number 11, Ellison, to be inbounding for the Mustangs. Ellison to Langloss. Langloss brings it up the court. Langloss to Ellison. Across the court to Langloss. Langloss drives in, tosses it out to Jewett. Jewett is called for traveling. Oh, that is. Score is 7-6 in favor of the Mustangs. Moore with the ball, off to Saylor and to Timmons. Timmons back to Moore. Moore to Saylor. Saylor drives in, it's knocked loose by Jewett, recovered by Wingen. Tosses long to Jewett. Jewett under the net there for two. That'll be no good. Timmons on the rebound. Moore brings it back up the court, tosses it to Fournier. Fournier into Merkley. Merkley sends it up. It'll be no good. Rebounded there by Johnson. Johnson a wing in, and that's going to be shot up there by him. No good, and they're going to call a block. Wing in goes to the line. Shoot two. Wingen's first shot is up and down. Second shot is up and good. Merkley with the ball now. Merkley to Timmons. Timmons to Saylor up under the net. Goes up for a shot. No good. Push called on number 35. So it's going to be EPJ ball underneath their net. Merkley to inbound for the Huskies. Merkley tosses it into Fournier. Fournier out to Moore. Moore back to Merkley. Merkley goes up for three. This will bounce off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Wingen. Wingen drives up the court. Guarded by Moore. Wingen out to Jewett. Nope. To Bundy. Bundy goes up for two. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Merkley. Merkley brings it back up the court. Tosses it off to Saylor. Saylor to Timmons. Timmons to Moore under the basket. It's going to go up for no good. Rebounded by Fournier. Fournier tosses it up. Rebounded there and under scramble under the net. They're going to call that a foul on the Mustangs. Merkley to inbound for EPJ. 9-6 here in the first quarter in favor of the Mustangs. 35 seconds remaining in this first period. Merkley to inbound to Fournier. Fournier hands it off to Merkley. Back to Fournier. It's knocked loose. Bundy with the ball now. Bundy drives it up the court for the Mustangs. Bundy tosses it back to Langloss. Langloss to Sorensen. Sorensen to Wingen. Bounces it off his foot. Scrambled there by Saylor and Wingen. And tosses it back to Bundy for two. Saylor with the ball now. Drives in, passes it out to Timmons, drives in for two. It's going to go long, no good. Ball goes out of bounds on the Mustangs. Huskies to inbound, Merkley. To toss in, Merkley. To Moore. Moore drives in. Moore to go to the line. To two. First shot is up and good. shot is up and good. Wingen tosses it long to Ellison. Ellison goes for two, and it's going to be no good. That'll do it for the first quarter. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching Husky Boys Basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
Second quarter. All right, I've got a few seconds here. We'll go quick through the lineup since I missed them. For EPJ, your starters were Garrett Merkley, Carson Timmons, Caden Moore, Reed Saylor, and Evan Forney. Ashton Fairbanks with the ball now, out to Merkley. Merkley back to Fairbanks. Fairbanks out to Gerard. Gerard to Johnson. Johnson to Merkley. Merkley into Fournier, goes a little long, recovered, stolen there by Ellison. Ellison to Wingen, over to Jewett, goes for three, it's no good. Sorensen on the shot for two, and sinks it. Fairbanks with the ball. Fairbanks to Merkley, Merkley to Gerard. Gerard across the court to Fairbanks. Fairbanks to Merkley. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I don't think Tri-Valley's happy. Gerard to inbound for Elk Point. Merkley to Fairbanks. Cross to Johnson. Over to Fairbanks. Cross to Gerard. To Merkley. Merkley into Johnson. Goes up for two. Called a block. No. I don't know. Foul. Thank you. Johnson goes to the line for two. I need a ref to come up here and help me call this game and tell me why they blew this. Johnson, second shot. Up and down. Wingen with the ball. Across to Sorensen. Sorensen back to Wingen. Across the court to Jewett. Jewett with the ball now. Huskies applying pressure. Johnson goes up for two. No good. Foul called. Sorensen to inbound for EPJ, or for Mustangs. Tipped off there by Merkley. The Huskies ball, no, Mustangs ball. When they point like that, I thought it meant it was our possession. I don't know. Jewett inbounds to Sorensen. Sorensen, ball no. Off to Jewett. Jewett to Ellison. Ellison drives in, hands off to Sorensen, goes up for the long two. Can be off the back, no good. Rebounded by Jewett. Jewett to inbound for the Mustangs. Jewett to Wingen. Wingen drives in under the net, goes up for a hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Fairbanks. Fairbanks drives down the court, tosses it out to Merkley, goes up for two. Be no good. Tossed up, rebounded by Johnson, and then by Gerard for two. Bundy checking in for Wingen as Gerard goes to the line for 2. First shot is up, no good. Goes to the line for 1. Johnson on the rebound. Johnson out to Gerard. Gerard to Merkley. Merkley to Fairbanks. Fairbanks into Johnson, wraps around. Pass to Fournier is intercepted there by Johnson. Johnson passes it to Sorensen. Sorensen with the ball now, tosses out to Johnson. Johnson to Jewett. Jewett drives in, spins around, passes it off to Ellison. Ellison into Sorensen. Johnson back to Ellison. Ellison to Bundy. Bundy to Johnson. Goes up for 2. No good. Gets his own rebound. Rolls it in off the net. Rebounded by Bundy. Intercepted by Ashton Fairbanks. Fairbanks drives down the court. Goes up for 2. Should be no good, but he's going to go to the line for 2. Fairbanks' first shot is up and good. 12-13 as Huskies creep up on the Mustangs. Saylor checking in. Moore checking in. First shot is up. Second shot is up, sorry. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jewett. Jewett with the ball now, drives in, passes out to Ellison. Ellison wraps around Moore, out to Sorensen for the long 3, no good. Fournier on the rebound. Fournier to Moore. Moore drives it up the net, passes it out to Saylor, gets up under the net, tosses it up for 2, no good. Jewett on the rebound after a quick scramble under the net. Jewett to Sorensen. Sorensen drives in, smacks right into Fournier. It's going to be Huskies ball underneath the net. Langlois checking in for Ellison. Wingen checking in for Sorensen. Saylor checks to Merkley. Merkley to Fairbanks. Fairbanks back to Merkley. Merkley drives in, tosses it out to Moore. Back to Merkley. Merkley to Moore. Moore drives around, back to Merkley. Merkley to Fairbanks. Fairbanks back to Merkley. Saylor on the shot, no good. Rebounded there by Langlois, and Mustangs take possession. Wingen to inbound for the Mustangs. Wingen to Jewett, checks back to Wingen. Wingen on the ball, tosses out to Jewett. Jewett to Bundy. Bundy wraps around, and it's going to be grabbed there by Fournier. A foul called on Fournier. No, it's going to be a foul called on Saylor. I didn't think he was anywhere near him. Bundy's first shot is up, no good. Bundy's second shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Fournier. Fournier to Saylor. Saylor to Gerard. Gerard into Fairbanks. Fairbanks looking to make a shot. Bounces up, no good. Rebounded there and recovered by Gerard. Gerard to Timmins. Timmins to Gerard. Gerard to Timmins to Saylor for 3. Huskies take the lead. Bundy with the ball now. Bundy to Johnson. Johnson wraps around, goes up for two, and it's going to be rolling off the net, no good. Sailor with the ball now, drives up, makes a toss. The foul called. Sailor on the line for two. First shot is up. No good. Ellison checking in for Wingen. And Merkley checking in for Fairbanks. Sailor's second shot is up. And no good. Checking it. Lang lost to inbound for the Mustangs. Lang lost to Jewett. Jewett guarded by Schmitz. Jewett drives in, tosses it across to Ellison. Shoots for three, no good. Mustangs ball inside for the EPJ bench. Jewett to inbound, off to Langloss. Foul called on. Ooh, we got number one checking in, Oyen, Ty Oyen for Johnson. Merkley inbounds to Gerard. Back to Merkley, brings it up the court. Merkley to Gerard. Gerard to Fournier. Fournier tosses it up for two, no good. Gets his own rebound, throws it up again. And it's going to be recovered by Gerard. Gerard to Timmons. Timmons to Merkley for three. It's going to be off the rim, no good. Bundy on the rebound. Bundy drives it up down the court. And tosses up for two, no good. Oyen keeps it in play. Gerard with the ball now. Drives it up the court, tosses it out to Timmons. Timmons to Fournier. Fournier across to Merkley. It'll be foul. Called on number 33, Jewett. Merkley goes to the line for two. First shot is up, no good. Schmitz checking out as Fairbanks checks in. Geeky checks in. Merkley, second shot is up, no good. Rebounded there by Bundy. Bundy to Oyen. Oyen to Langloss. Langloss into Oyen. It's going to go out of bounds. Gerard to inbound for the Huskies. Gerard inbounds to Merkley. Merkley up, brings it up the court, out to Timmons. Timmons to Fournier, bounce pass into Merkley, out to Timmons for three. It's going to be long, no good, and Fournier on the rebound. Fournier goes to the line. Foul called on two. Yakey. First shot is up and good. Fournier's second shot is up and good. Langloss to inbound for the Mustangs. Out to Bundy. Back to Langloss. Langlois driving up the court, guarded heavily by Ashton Fairbanks. Bundy with the ball. No, Langlois with the ball over to Bundy. Bundy out to Gakey. Gakey to Ellison. Out to Bundy. Bundy goes for three. That's going to be good. 1 point spread here in the second quarter. Minute 15 remains. Gerard out to Timmons. Timmons to Merkley. Off to Fairbanks. Fairbanks looking for a play or a pass. Tosses it to Fournier. Into Gerard. Scramble for the ball. Trying to keep it in play. It's going to be out of bounds on EPJ. Mustangs ball. Bundy to inbound for the Mustangs. Tri-Valley trails by 1. Subs coming in, and Landon Johnson is going to come in for Garrett Merkley. Bundy into Langlois. Langlois to Gakey. Gakey drives in, tosses out to Bundy for three, and that's going to be good for the Mustangs to take the lead. 44 seconds remaining. Gerard to Fairbanks. Fairbanks drives in. Scramble on the floor. Fairbanks gets tripped up there by a couple of Mustangs. It's going to be Bundy going to the line for two. Foul called on number 32, Ashton Fairbanks. Bundy's first shot is up and good. Second shot is up and good. Johnson inbound for the Huskies, off to Gerard. Gerard out to Johnson. Johnson drives in, passes to Timmons. Timmons looking for a move. Drives in under the net, rolls it over to Fournier, knocked loose and recovered there by Langlois. Langlois to Bundy, and ref calls traveling. This is going to be Huskies ball on the sidelines there. Gerard to inbound for the Huskies. Into Fairbanks, back to Gerard. 15 seconds remaining in the half. Timmons with the ball now. Timmons to Fournier. It's going to be intercepted there by Oyen. Oyen on the shot and rebounded there by Ellison and Bundy. That'll do it for this first half of basketball action. We'll be right back after a few words for our sponsors, and I will be back with sound. Before we go, I'm going to just finish up the lineups here because I know not everybody got a shout out. So EPJ's boys are coached by Jake Otkin, assisted by Zach Ronning, Ryan Austin, and Dan Trudeau. Your starting lineup for the Tri-Valley Mustangs: Tristan Bundy, a sophomore, at 6'2". Number 11, Logan Ellison, a senior, at 5'10". Number 15, Alex Wingen, a junior, at 5'11". And Carter Sorensen, number 23, a senior, at 5'11". And 35, Trey Johnson, a senior, at 6'7". Your Tri-Valley Mustangs are coached by Brandon Federal, assisted by James Christensen, Chris White, and your athletic trainer today covering the game, Ben Gannon. My apologies on that first quarter there with no sound. We'll be back after a few messages as they do the duck toss here in Tri-Valley. You're watching EPJ basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. for MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well-child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
Elk Point native Dr. Devin Penfield and the team at the dentist at Elk Point believe that your family deserves the highest level of dental care in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. That's why they're happy to provide the community with a low-stress, comfortable dental home. Patients are loving and having the latest technology in a small-town setting. Dr. Penfield and her team enjoy serving such a wonderful community. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-356-2271.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Eric today. Insurance in Beersford, Elk Point, and Sioux Falls has been building relationships since 1944. We want to take care of what matters most to you, protecting your family, farm, business, or vehicles. We work with carriers or companies like Auto Owners Insurance to find you the best coverages and help cut your insurance costs. Visit our website for a complete list of insurance coverage options. You can trust that Jensen Insurance cares about you, just like we have for over 75 years. Visit us at jensenagencyonline.com. Jensen Insurance, your local, independent auto owners insurance agency.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. Haul with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
And we are back after the half. Third quarter starting up here in Tri-Valley. It's going to be Huskies ball on the sideline as Moore checks into Merkley. Off to Saylor, across the court to Timmons. Timmons to Merkley, into Saylor. Saylor goes for two, and it's going to be rebounded by Wingen. Wingen with the ball, drives up the court. Wingen twirls around, out to Sorensen, or Johnson for two. Merkley to check in, tosses it to Moore. Moore to Saylor. Saylor across the court to Merkley. Merkley to Moore, back to Merkley. Across the court to Timmons. Timmons on the bounce pass to Moore, out to Saylor. Saylor across the court to Merkley. Merkley hands off to Saylor for two. Could be no good. Kept alive there by Saylor. Intercepted by Bundy. Bundy tosses it to Wingen. Wingen with the ball now. Knocked loose by Moore. Recovered by Wingen. Bundy on the long two. Bounce no good. Rebounded by Timmons. Timmons to Fournier. Fournier tosses it off to Moore. Out to Merkley for the long three. Rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound there, joint effort. Saylor throws it in. Wingen recovers it. Drives in under the net, and it's going to be a carry. Thought you weren't going to do that in volleyball. Either way, works out for us. So it's going to be Huskies ball on the end. Merkley inbounds for EPJ. Merkley to Moore. Out to Merkley. Merkley wraps around, tosses it out to Saylor. Back to Merkley. Back to Saylor. Saylor goes for three. It's going to be good. Huskies trail by three. Mustangs ball. Langloss on the drive. Langloss tosses it over to Bundy. Bundy whips around. We're going to call it travel. Merkley to inbound for EPJ. Timmons. Timmons back to Moore. Moore out to Saylor, tosses it in for three, and that's going to be sinking it and tying things up. Jewett to inbound off to Wingen. Wingen back to Jewett. Jewett drives it in for the Mustangs. Out to Bundy. Bundy to Ellison. Ellison drives in, spins around, goes up for two, and it's going to be thumped. Huskies, or Mustangs back in the lead. Merkley with the ball. Out to Moore, back to Merkley, back to Saylor, out to Timmons, bounce pass to Moore, tosses it out to Saylor, off to Timmons. Timmons wraps around to Saylor, out to Moore for three. Gonna be in and out, no good. Fairbanks and Gerard checking in for Moore and Timmons. Wingen to inbound for Mustangs. Out to Bundy, back to Wingen. Huskies applying pressure. Sorensen on the toss, denied by Fournier, knocked loose again, recovered there by Wingen, guarded by Fournier. Timeout called by Tri-Valley. We'll take one along with them. I'm going to give a quick shout out to my son Lee out in Rapid. He is tuning in today. I wanted to say hi, buddy, and I love you very much. I'll call you on my way home. We're going to head to commercial break, and we'll be back after these messages.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
Mustangs lead 25-23 after the break. Wingen to inbound for the Mustangs. Wingen to Ellison, off to Jewett. Jewett drives in, steps back, tosses it into Sorensen. Johnson to Gakey. Gakey on the long two, off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Saylor. Cross court to Fairbanks. Fairbanks drives in for two, denied, and in for two. Huskies tie things back up again, 25 all. And Fairbanks is fouled. Bundy checking in, Jewett, Gakey checking out. Oyen checking in for Jewett. Fairbanks' first shot is up and bounces out. Oh, only shot, only one. Wingen with the ball now, drives it up for the Mustangs. Wingen out to Ellison. Ellison drives in, tosses it out to Johnson. Johnson sets it up for two. Fournier to check in for the Huskies. Fairbanks with the ball now on the three-point line. Out to Merkley. Merkley to Gerard. Gerard out to Fairbanks. Merkley with the ball into Gerard, goes up for a shot, and it's going to be denied there by Johnson. Foul called on number 1, Oyen. Gerard goes to the line. 2. First round up, no good. Saylor checking out. Timmons checking back in. Second one up, no good. Rebounded there by Wingen. Wingen driving it up for the Mustangs. Out to Bundy. Bundy to Oyen. Oyen to Ellison. Ellison looks to drive in, tosses it out to Wingen. Drives in, spins around, takes a shot for two, no good. Rebounded there by Gerard. Gerard drives it up for the Huskies. Bounce pass off to Merkley. Merkley to Fairbanks. Fairbanks rolls it over to Fornia, slips through his fingers and out of bounds. It's going to be Mustangs ball, end of the court. Lang lost to throw in. Bundy on the receiving there. Johnson rolls it in for two. Merkley tosses it into Fornia. Intercepted there by Langloss. Langloss brings it up again, rolls it in for another two. Will throw up their 4 points. 31 here. Fornia. Merkley inbounds to Fornia, tosses it back to Merkley, over to Timmons. Timmons to Fairbanks. Fairbanks back to Timmons. Timmons to Gerard. Gerard out to Merkley. Merkley back to Gerard. Off to Merkley. Into Fornia. Fornia drives up for two. It's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Bundy. Johnson on the drive there for two. Coach Odkin looking for a timeout as the Huskies and the Mustangs roll around on the floor for a jump ball. Now we're going to take a timeout here. We'll take one along with them and be back after these messages.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
Back after a scuffle on the floor there. We've got points we need to add up here. No, not 34. 33-25 here in the third quarter. Mustangs lead after a little back and forth, tying things up. Huskies take the lead, drop back. Mustangs are in the lead now as the teams come out of the timeout. And it'll be EPJ's second timeout. Players take the court. It's going to be Tri-Valley's ball on the sideline. Ellison to inbound for the Mustangs. Ellison into Langloss. Langloss guarded by Moore. Langloss drives in and knocked loose by Moore, out of bounds on EPJ. So that's going to be Mustangs ball underneath their net. Langloss looking for a pass. Tosses across to Ellison. Ellison drives in, knocked loose by Johnson. Tosses it over to Johnson. Johnson drives up for two, and it's going to be good. Gerard inbounds for EPJ. Gerard over to Moore. They're going to call a double dribble on Moore. It'll be Tri-Valley's ball. Ellison to inbound for the Mustangs. Ellison to Langloss. Langloss drives it in, almost knocked loose there by Moore. Langloss to Wingen. Wingen at the top of the key, out to Oyen. Oyen drives in, looking for a shot or a pass. Wingen thinking about the three. Ellison thought about the three, out to Oyen. Oyen spins around, tosses it, bounce pass out to Langloss. They're going to call a travel on Oyen. The Huskies ball underneath the Tri-Valley net. Saylor to toss in for the Huskies. Moore with the ball now. Tosses it out to Timmons. Timmons on the bounce pass to Moore. Out to Gerard. Back to Moore. Moore thought about the three. Tosses it back out to Gerard. Back to Moore. Moore to Johnson. Johnson into Gerard for two, and that's going to go a little long. Sailor trying for the recovery. It's going to go out of bounds on the Mustangs. It'll be Huskies ball underneath their net. Sailor to inbound for EPJ. Tosses it long to Moore. Moore across to Sailor. Sailor goes for three, and it's going to be intercepted by Oyen. Knocked loose there, and Mustangs ball. Langloss brings it up the court, over to Wingen. Wingen drives around, passes it out to Oyen. Oyen off to Sorensen, who goes up for two. It's going to be denied there by Timmons. Out to Wingen for three. Bounces off the net. Rebounded by Oyen. Ellison on the toss. It's going to go EPJ ball. Johnson on the recovery. They're going to call block. Mustang fans are not happy. It's going to be Merkley checking in for Moore. Gerard inbounds for EPJ off to Merkley, over to Timmons. Timmons on the bounce pass to Sailor. Sailor to Johnson under the net, intercepted there by Langloss. Langloss drives it up the court for the Mustangs. Out to Wingen, thought about the three, goes for the long two. It's going to bounce off, no good. Foul called on number 20, Grayson Gerard. Ellison's going to go to the line to shoot two. Fournier checking in for Landon Johnson. Only one shot, it's up and good. 36-25, 38-25 here. Gotta update my scoreboard. Sailor to inbound for EPJ. Tosses it off to Merkley. Brings it up the court for the Huskies. Merkley off to Timmons. Timmons out to Sailor. Off to Gerard. Over to Merkley. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Fournier off to Sailor. Intercepted by Bundy. Bundy tosses it over to Langloss. Tripped up as Merkley takes a spill. Fell down on his arm there. That was rough. Let's hope he's okay. Foul called on Bundy. I thought. Oh no, foul called on Merkley. Oyen to inbound for the Mustangs. Oyen tosses it long to Langloss. Langloss drives in, blocked by Merkley. Off to Sorensen for a long two, and it's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Bundy. Bundy goes to the line. Nope, Bundy doesn't go to the line. So confused. They line up like they're going to take a foul shot, and then they don't. Oyen to inbound for the Mustangs. Oyen off to Bundy. Bundy takes the shot off to Langloss. Double rebound, no good. Buzzer went off. That's going to do it here for the third quarter. We will be right back after these messages. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in this evening. It's 38-25 here in the third quarter. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back with the fourth and final quarter of this basketball matchup.
Elk Point native Dr. Devin Penfield and the team at the dentist at Elk Point believe that your family deserves the highest level of dental care in a friendly and relaxing atmosphere. That's why they're happy to provide the community with a low-stress, comfortable dental home. Patients are loving and having the latest technology in a small-town setting. Dr. Penfield and her team enjoy serving such a wonderful community. Schedule your appointment today by calling 605-356-2271.
are back. Fourth and final quarter here in this basketball matchup. Huskies ball on the sidelines. Saylor to inbound to Merkley. Merkley off to Fairbanks. Oh, long pass intercepted there by Wingen. Drives it back around. Brings it back to Tri-Valley's net. Wingen over to Langloss, off to Jewett. Jewett to Sorensen. Johnson. Johnson into Wingen. I'm going to call a push on EPJ. Jewett to inbound for the Mustangs. Huskies applying pressure. Fairbanks on the scramble. Jewett for three. Off the rim, no good. Johnson keeps it alive. Moore drives it down to the court. Off to Fairbanks for two. Jewett with the ball, drives it down the court. Stolen away by Merkley. And then lost control there, recovered and stolen away by Wingen. To be knocked out of bounds. Not quite sure what happened there. Trying to keep everything in the frame. I got to watch the game through a 2-inch screen, so there heavily by Caden Moore. Wingen at the top of the key, knocked loose and recovered. Bundy for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Fournier. Fournier off to Merkley, almost caught there by Bundy. Fairbanks to Fournier. Fournier looking for a shot. Be no good. Ellison on the rebound there. Jewett with the ball, driving up the court for the Mustangs. Jewett goes up for two, no good. Rebounded by Bundy. Tosses it out to Ellison for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Fournier. Fournier across the court to Fairbanks. Fairbanks brings it up for the Huskies. It's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Moore. Wingen to inbound for the Mustangs. Wingen to Jewett, knocked loose there by Moore. Or Sailing. Wingen to inbound to Ellison. Ellison off to Johnson. Johnson back to Wingen, off to Johnson, goes up for two. Huskies ball, Fournier inbounds. 40-27 here in the fourth quarter. Moore with the ball now. Moore out to Merkley. Merkley back to Moore, across the court to Fairbanks. Fairbanks thinking about the three, tosses it out to Moore. Moore to Merkley for the long three, and it's going to be good. Timeout called, and we'll take one along with them and be right back after these messages.
You ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
And we are back 30-40 here in the fourth and final quarter. It's going to be Mustangs ball underneath their net, or under the EPJ net. Bundy to inbound for the Mustangs. Bundy out to Wingen. Huskies applying full coverage. Wingen loops around. Moore won't let him by. Moore, or Jewett with the ball now. Jewett to Ellison. Ellison looking to make a move. Reverse hook shot rebounded by Fairbanks. Fairbanks driving it up for the Huskies. Fairbanks tosses it off to Merkley for three. Be no good. Rebounded by Gerard. Gerard out to Moore. Moore goes up for the jumper. No good. Foul called on number 35, Johnson. Moore goes to the line. Shot is up and good. Oyen and Langloss checking in for the Mustangs. Moore's second shot is up and good. Bundy to inbound for the Mustangs. Blocked by Fairbanks. Fairbanks tosses up the jumper, and it's good for two. Langloss to inbound for the Mustangs. Langloss to Jewett. Jewett guarded by Gerard. Jewett off to Oyen. Oyen bounce pass to Bundy. Bundy goes up for the jumper. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Gerard. Gerard drives it up. Knocked loose by Bundy, recovered by Merkley. Merkley drives in, thought about the toss-up to Gerard. Fairbanks for three. Huskies closing the gap again. Bundy on the drive, blocked by Fairbanks. I'm not quite sure why they called Ashton for that, but they did more for the other one. There was contact with Moore when he was doing it, but apparently it was not okay when Fairbanks did it. Confused. Bundy goes to the line for two. First shot is up and no good. Bundy on the shot. Second is up and good. Fournier to inbound for the Huskies. Off to Fairbanks. Fairbanks to Moore. Moore to Fournier. Fournier on the bounce pass to Fairbanks, who goes up for two. 39-41 here in the fourth quarter as Fairbanks goes to the line. Johnson checking in for Jewett. Also Wingen checking out. Fairbanks' shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Langloss. Langloss drives it up the court. Blocked there by Moore. Langloss off to Ellison. Ellison to Johnson for the long two. Fairbanks with the ball. Rolls it over to Gerard. Back to Fairbanks. Fairbanks to Merkley. Merkley to Fournier for two. Johnson checking out, sorry. Fournier for one. Shot is up and good. Huskies trail by one. Langloss to inbound for the Mustangs. Langloss to Bundy. Bundy drives up, goes to the jumper, no good. Blocked there by the Huskies. Foul called. Bundy goes to the line to shoot two. First shot is up and good. Oyen checking out as Wingen checks back in. Bundy's second shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Fournier. Fournier drives it up the court, tosses it out to Merkley. Merkley on the dribble, tosses it into Gerard, out to Fairbanks. Just a little short, no good. Rebounded there by Langloss. Langloss driving it up the court, tosses it out to Wingen. Wingen drives in, goes up for the jumper, no good. Wing in, goes to the line for 2. Wingen's first shot is up and good. Wingen's second shot is up and no good, rolls off the rim, and that's going to be rebounded by Fournier. Fournier off to Gerard. Gerard with the bounce pass to Moore. Moore off to Merkley, back to Moore. Moore into Fournier. Fournier goes up for 2, no good. Foul is called. Fournier goes to the line. Jewett checking out. Oyen checking back in. First shot is up and good. Fournier's second shot rolls off the rim, rebounded by Moore. Moore across the court to Merkley. Back to Moore. Moore to Merkley. Merkley goes for 3. Off the rim, no good. Timeout called. We'll be back after these messages.
Hey.
And we are back. I want to thank folks for tuning in with us this evening. We've got people all over the place tuning in, watching live. We want to thank everybody, and without our sponsors, this would not be possible. Huskies trail by 2, 45-43 in favor of the Mustangs. It's going to be Mustangs ball at the end of the court. Bundy to inbound. Huskies applying full coverage. Wingen with the ball now. Wingen trying to drive it up the court. Fairbanks giving him a run for his money. Oyen back to Wingen. Wingen shoves Fairbanks on the court. That's going to be foul. And not a shot, but Huskies possession. Merkley to inbound. Off to Moore. Moore to Gerard. Gerard to Moore. Cross to Merkley. Merkley to Fairbanks. Fairbanks on the bounce pass to Moore. Out to Merkley. Back to Moore for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wingen. Wingen slows things down, bringing it up the court. Fairbanks applying pressure. Cross over to Ellison. Ellison drives in, top the key, crosses it out to Bundy for 3, and that's going to be no good. Rebound denied there by Fournier. Fournier is going to go to the line to shoot. First one is up, in and out, no good. Second one's up, no good. I think somebody touched the net, I don't know. It's going to be Mustangs ball. Bundy to inbound for the Mustangs. Huskies applying full coverage here. Wingen drives it up the court for the Mustangs. Driving in, knocks Moore loose. Goes up for the jump, falls down. Wingen is not happy. I think he hit his head too. Want to give one more shout out. Want to say hi to Lee out in Rapid. Thanks for tuning in, listening to your mother. I'll call you on my way back if I get the opportunity. Not sure what time this game will be done with, but looking forward to visiting with you either tonight or tomorrow. I love you, buddy. Thanks for watching. And we are back to the action here. Wingen goes to the line for two. First shot is up and no good, off the rim. 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in this matchup. 45-43 as Wingen takes his second shot. Up and no good, rebounded by Fairbanks. Fairbanks with the ball, drives it up the court, tosses it long to Saylor. Saylor over to Fournier. Fournier looking for a pass. Merkley goes for three. Off the rim, no good, rebounded by Gakey. Gakey on the move. Drives in, guarded by Fournier. Bounce pass off to Langloss. Langloss calling some plays. Wingen with the ball now. Wingen over to Ellison. Ellison across the court to Bundy. Hands it off to Ellison. Out to Langloss. Back to Bundy. Bundy dribbles out and it's tossed off to Ellison. Out to Langloss for three. Rolls off the net. No good. Rebounded there by Gerard as Gakey and Gerard get tripped up together. Tri-Valley fans not pleased with the call. Everybody knows that all is fair in love and basketball. Gerard's first shot is up, no good. Timmons checking in for Saylor. Gerard's second shot up and good. Brings it 44-45. Ellison with the ball now, off to Wingen. Wingen guarded by Fairbanks. Wingen driving in, off to Gakey. Gakey dribbling up now, tosses it to Wingen. Wingen tosses it to Bundy. Fournier on the interception. They're going to call a foul on Fournier. Interference? I don't know. Minute 4 remaining. Bundy goes to the line to shoot two. First shot is up, no good. Timmons checking out for Saylor. Bundy's second shot is up and in and out, no good. Rebounded by Fairbanks. Fairbanks tosses it over to Merkley. Merkley drives it up into, intercepted there by Bundy. Bundy drives up. Huskies get into position. Gakey with the ball now. Foul called on Saylor. Gakey goes to the line. Timmons checking in. And Saylor checks out. Gakey sends the first one up and it's good. 49.3 seconds remaining in this final quarter. Gakey's second shot is up and good. take one along with him, and we'll be back after these messages. And we are back. Just a couple reminders. We have the basketball matchups in Madison for the boys on Saturday the 27th, and the girls will be in Yankton at Mount Marty. Fuller Digital Solutions will not be there to cover those games, but I know Madison has theirs covered, and they always have an excellent stream, and I'm not quite sure where Yankton's will be streaming. Tuesday we are at home against Lenox on the 30th. We will have coverage for that as well. And then just a brief reminder, we have parent-teacher conferences coming up February 15th. Make sure you get signed up when those conferences go live. It's going to be Huskies ball on the end. Timmins to inbound. Timmins off to Merkley. Merkley with the ball, 43 seconds remaining. Timmins bounce pass in, and it's going to be intercepted there by Wingen. Lang lost with the ball. Gerard checking in. Lang lost to the line to shoot two. First one is up and no good. Husky student section throwing some bad voodoo across the gym. Second shot's up, no good. Rebounded by Fairbanks. Fairbanks over to Merkley. Merkley into Fournier. Fournier in for two. 46-47, timeout called. We'll take one along with them. We will be back after these messages.
Insurance in Beersford, Elk Point, and Sioux Falls has been building relationships since 1944. We want to take care of what matters most to you, protecting your family, farm, business, or vehicles. We work with carriers or companies like Auto Owners Insurance to find you the best coverages and help cut your insurance costs. Visit our website for a complete list of insurance coverage options. You can trust that Jensen Insurance cares about you, just like we have for over 75 years. Visit us at jensenagencyonline.com. Jensen Insurance, your local, independent auto owners insurance agency.
And we are back. Mustangs possession on the end zone, and it's going to be Bundy to inbound for the Mustangs. Bundy on the bounce pass to Gakey. Gerard on the reach. Foul on Gerard. Sends Gakey to the line for two. 25.2 seconds remaining. First time is up and good. Second shot is up and good. Fournier on the rebound, or Fournier to check in. Fairbanks. Timeout called. are back. It's going to be somebody's ball. It's going to be Huskies ball in front of their bench. Gerard to inbound for EPJ. Gerard off to Fairbanks. Fairbanks driving it around the loop. 17 seconds remaining. Bounce pass to Merkley. Merkley drives it in. Out to Fairbanks for three. And it's in! And that's going to tie things up here. 49-49. Langloss on the drive over to Ellison. Ellison for the long three. No good. And that's going to do it here. Tie things up. And we are going into overtime. Not quite sure what we're conferring about. Oh, 1.9 seconds remaining. I guess they're not going into overtime. I don't know what's happening. All right, Fournier to inbound for the Huskies. Fournier looking for the long pass to Fairbanks. Oh, and he's got it. So close. We are now in overtime. All right, we'll take a quick break here and get things situated for the overtime round. You're watching Elk Point-Jefferson Husky basketball, brought to you by Fuller Digital Solution and your scoreboard sponsor, Jensen Insurance Agency.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
All right, we are back into overtime. And thank you to the scorers table for updating me on how many timeouts everybody's got left. EPJ remains with one, and the Tri-Valley Mustangs have 2 timeouts remaining. All right, we'll tip off here. Goes to Huskies. Gerard on the drive. Over to Merkley. Merkley into Gerard, back to Merkley. Merkley drives in, hooks it out to Fournier. Fournier hops up for 2, and that's going to be good. Huskies take the lead in this beginning of this overtime. Whistle's blown. And Fournier will go to the line, shoot fouls. Ooh, number 13 checking in. This is a new one. Landon Hughes checks in for Tri-Valley. Fournier's first one shot. Nope, no good. Rebounded there by Bundy. Bundy drives it up, tosses it off to Hughes. Hughes drives in, and it's going to be knocked loose. Merkley recovers. Gerard and Merkley back and forth. Merkley to Fairbanks. Fairbanks back to Gerard, out to Merkley. Merkley to Timmons, back to Merkley. Across the court, knocked loose by Hughes. Gakey with the ball now. Gakey back to Hughes. Hand off to Langloss. Merkley on the almost knock loose. Ellison now with the ball. Off to Gakey for 3, and off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Gerard. Gerard drives it up the court for the Huskies. Tosses it off to Merkley, back to Timmons. Tosses it forward to Merkley, over to Fournier. Fournier into Fairbanks, jumps up for 2. It's going to be no good, and a foul. Is called on number 5, Langloss. Fairbanks goes to the line. First one is up and good. Fairbanks' second shot is up and good. Bundy with the ball now, driving it up the court for the Mustangs. Hands off to Langloss. Langloss to Ellison. Ellison drives in, tosses it out to Gakey for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Timmons. Timmons tosses it to Gerard. Gerard brings it up the court. Bounce pass off to Merkley. Merkley to Fairbanks. Fairbanks out to Merkley. Merkley drives in, hooks it out to Fournier. Fournier tangled up, bounce pass to Fairbanks, tosses it up, no good, but gets a foul anyway. You could tell he was like, darn it, I didn't get the shot, but oh well, I get some fouls out anyway. It's like, I'll take it. First shot's up, no good, off the backboard. Fairbanks' next shot, up, no good. Rebounded, and a scuffle there. Lots of back and forth. Langloss is going to go to the line for two. First shot is up, no. Oh, dang, that is good. I didn't think it was going to go in. Huskies with a 3-point lead now. 2 minutes, 2 seconds remaining. Langloss, second shot, up, no good. Rebounded there by Gerard. Gerard drives it up the court, over to Merkley. Merkley looking to pass to Fairbanks. Fairbanks to Timmons. Timmons looking to make a play. Travel called on Timmons. Hughes to inbound for Mustangs. Nope, changed their mind. Bundy to inbound. Over to Gakey. Gakey back to Bundy. Bundy brings it up the court. Huskies line pressure. Out to Langloss. Langloss back to Gakey. Gakey to Hughes. Hughes to Gakey. Gakey spins around, tosses out to Langloss. Blocked over by Ellison for three. And that's going to tie things back up again. Minute 25 remaining, and then we're called a foul. EPJ fans wanted a travel called on there. Ellison's going to go to the line to shoot 2-1. Shots up and good. Tri-Valley takes the lead, 54-53. Merkley with the ball now. Merkley into Fournier. Ball's knocked loose. Langloss on the drive. Hughes with the ball now. Tri-Valley calls the timeout. We'll take one along with them. Be back after these messages.
All the best sports shows, all the best games on 101.5 FM and 1570 AM for your college sports, University of South Dakota. For NHL coverage, Minnesota Wild. For NBA coverage, Minnesota Timberwolves. For MLB coverage, Chicago Cubs. And the best games in both college and the pros with the ESPN Radio featured games. Never miss out on the action.
Mustangs in the lead, 54-53 in this overtime quarter, period, minute, blip, whatever you want to call it. Minute 9 remaining. I think I said that. I'm in a time loop. All right. It's going to be Mustangs ball. Bundy to inbound. Bundy out to Hughes. Hughes on the bounce pass to Gakey. Gakey over to Langloss. 58 seconds remaining. Langloss drives in out to Ellison. Ellison into Bundy. Fournier on the interception. Fournier to Fairbanks. Fairbanks to Timmons. Back to Fairbanks. Fournier on the ball. Merkley into Timmons. Timmons over to Fournier. Out to Merkley. Merkley goes up for 2. Rebounded by Langloss. Tosses it out to Gakey. Gakey to Ellison is all on his own. Up for 2. Gerard across the court. Timeout called. That would have been a good one. Fans are getting hot over here. I'll take one along with them after these messages.
Quality care close to home. That's Horizon Healthcare in Elk Point. For immunizations and well-child visits to family health, we're right here for all ages with convenient hours and timely appointments. Local care for you and your family makes life easier with less travel, greater personal attention, and overall wellness for life. That's Horizon Healthcare's Elk Point Community Health Center.
In this overtime period. We're going to find out what we can do in these final 16.8 seconds. It's going to be Huskies ball on the sideline. Gerard to inbound for EPJ. Gerard out to Fairbanks. Fairbanks drives it in for the Huskies. Gerard to Merkley. Merkley hands it off to Fournier for 3 and it's in and out, no good. Hughes to Gakey. Whistle's blown and it's going to be foul shot for Gakey. He's shot is up and in. Gakey's second shot up and no good. And that'll do it here. Congratulations to the Tri-Valley Mustangs. We will see you again on Tuesday the 30th for the home game against Lennox. We want to thank our sponsors for all you do, and thanks to the fans for tuning in. Without you guys, there would be no use for me. So, for myself, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you back on Tuesday. You're watching Elk Point-Jefferson Husky basketball. Brought to you by Fuller Digital Solutions and Jensen Insurance Agency. Good night, folks.